Hey guys, it's Erin Elizabeth, healthnutnews.com. I want to do this video right away because it's that important. Although it's after 1 a.m. and I haven't had a lot of sleep, so just forgive me, please, for being a little tired or shaky because I was on my way to bed. And when you read this kind of news, you definitely get shaky. I want to share with you the world-famous Dr. Farrah Agustin-Bunch. Dr. Bunch has over 3 million, that would be 3 million followers on her page, and is known around the world and was actually, well, we'll go through some of this together. She was receiving a scientific award. Hey guys, sorry, I should say hi to everybody. Hey Tina, hey Stephanie, hey Andres, hey Jim. Always good to see my regulars, Karen, Mike, Wolf Dog, Katie. I may be saying names twice. I'm a little tired, forgive me, but I had to go live. Here's a picture of her clinic up there, it appears. And here's a picture of Dr. Farrah. We'll just call her Dr. Farrah, but I need to play this video immediately as an audience builds. And she just says, just a day or so before, she was saying they're going to fight this and they're going to stay open. But today she says that the lives of her children and her patients and all three, I'm sorry, I should add that. So they threatened to murder her and her children and her patients if she remains open. So she must temporarily close for the safety of her children and her patients. She's such a giving woman that she doesn't even mention herself that, you know, but let me show this to you. Hold on. So let's just start it and I'll turn it up. You guys ready? You got to stay with me here and watch this video.
It's with deepest and greatest regret that I inform my patients that I will temporarily close my clinic.
Yeah, Facebook is, you can see I'm not touching anything. Facebook's giving us trouble. I'm afraid this video may disappear, so share, share, share.
Only were the lives of my children and patients were threatened today, but mine as well. I was also told that if my...
Let's restart. Let's just restart, guys. It's given me trouble. Hold on. It's given me trouble since I've tried to watch it.
Open tomorrow. It is with deepest and greatest regret that I inform my patients that I will temporarily close my clinic. Not only were the lives of my children and patients were threatened today, but mine as well. I was also told that if my outpatient clinic is still open tomorrow, that I will be arrested and my license to practice medicine will be revoked.
Listen.
If something bad happens to me, please remember that I fought for my fellow Filipinos to have choices in their health care. I love my patients so much.
I'll tell you guys
I have nothing to offer to the sick without my inventions. Everything now, from this day on, is in the hands of the Lord. I leave it all to the Lord. Psalm 23 says, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. My Facebook account will still be open. And my book will still be available for the masses. I will still continue to guide the sick through my advices, and I'm still available for conventions. At last, I want my supporters to know that it has always been a pleasure to serve the sick. Thank you and good night.
Just need a second. Sorry, guys. Unbelievable. All right, let's go back to the front of her page and learn more. I'm learning right with you because if I stay up reading this all and then try to go back, I've already watched the video 3 times, but Facebook's acting up. I'm afraid they're going to even take the page down. So I'll tell you about the Philippine FDA in a minute. So she's okay. You can see how this is an earlier video before that one. Just yesterday, she said, we are open. We will remain open. When agents of our government violate our rights and laws, then it's not only right to resist, but this is before she just announced she's closing. Right to resist, but it's our moral obligation to resist their tyranny. So I believe that everyone has a right to visit with a world-class licensed medical doctor without paying anything at all. That's why every checkup, consult, exam, and visit with our doctors is always 100% free, unlike the U.S. No one is ever required to spend a single peso here, that's in the Philippines, at my facility. My concern is patient outcomes, not income. God has given me healing knowledge and I am compelled to share it with my patients because I love them all. She's a medical doctor. She is a holistic MD, Dr. Farrah Agustin-Bunch, MD. She has over 3 million followers on Facebook and is very well known. Her books sell to the masses, as she explained. And she does some video here. She's in, I guess it would be Victoria. She does a bit of the video here. We can look at her site as well. But she explains that it's, so I've already looked into it here. We have the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, as she talks about and calls them. It's just the Philippines. English is their first language that is most spoken over there. The Food and Drug Administration of Philippines was created under the Department of Health to license, monitor, regulate the flow of food, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, just the same like the United States. It's just the FDA Philippines as opposed to the US FDA. Let me show you, let's see, that's my page. Sorry about that. I want to show you a couple things. So she, back on the day before, sorry, just a second, she had made this video where she speaks in a couple different languages here. Hold on.
For a few seconds.
So you can see she's okay the day before and she looks better. By the time she's saying that they've threatened to kill her, she's not, you know, she looks a little bit, she looks.
Hi, Aaron.
That's not me.
Yan, 30 na. Hello po sa mga followers ko.
She's going to go from, you know,
hi, Angel.
Native language. Hold on.
Hi, Anto, Ellie, ang hirap naman banggitin yung pangalan mo. Sir Villar.
We're not going to play all of this, but I want to show you guys.
Hi, Alma. Hi, Amy. And hi, Rosario. Hello, Puro.
She was winning a famous scientific award there for the entire nation for her work when the FDA came to her office. Happens all the time.
177, 194 watchers. Okay, so, wait pa tayo daw, wait, yan. Kailangan daw madami kayo.
I'm just talking because you can't understand her anyway. Okay,
entertaining ko muna kayo, ikaw yung mga nanonood dyan. So, today is Friday, so galing po ako, kadarating ko lang po, I went to Manila to receive an award.
Listen.
Because I was given an award, ito po yan, the Tambuli Media Award. It was awarded to me today for exemplary service to the Filipino nation in the field of scientific and medical breakthrough and philanthropic community service, a dedicated and committed Christian leadership. So it was given on the 17th day of August in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ. So ito po yan.
She has over 3 million followers. Very famous.
Wala po ko kanina nung ako po ay nire-raid ulit.
So she's going to then translate it for her other listeners.
So the FDA came here.
FDA.
Today po at around, what time is this? Around 1 o'clock. So mga ganong oras po kasi nasa Manila po ko. So they were saying, they gave me a decision. Nung nagpunta po sila dito nung last time, so they gave me a decision right now saying that hindi daw po ako nang kapag-respond within 10 days. Kasi po, ang FDA po, pag pumasok po sila dito, they will raid you and they will give you time to explain your side. So
she's, well, let me let her talk till she stops with the English. Hold on.
I was given 10 days to explain my side. So, nagpunta po sila dito.
Okay, there's a lot of going back and forth with the language. So again, the FDA raided her office on the 17th of August, which would have been, I guess, Friday there. But then, as you can see, she totally changes her tune here. She sold books, worldwide. She says, this books will still be available. She treats patients for free. She's very well known. Her scientific breakthroughs are, I can't even begin to describe to you what this young woman has accomplished.
And greatest regret that I inform my patients
I'm gonna play it again.
that I will temporarily close my clinic. Not only were the lives of my children and patients were threatened today, but mine as well.
This was today.
I was also told that if my outpatient clinic is still open tomorrow, that I will be arrested
on Monday,
and my license to practice medicine will be revoked. If something bad happens to me, please remember that I fought for my fellow Filipinos to have choices in their health care. I love my patients so much. I have nothing to offer to the sick without my inventions.
Her inventions.
Everything now, from this day on, is in the hands of the Lord. I leave it all to the Lord. Psalm 23 says, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. My Facebook account will still be open, and my book will still be available for the masses. I will still continue to guide the sick through my advices, and I'm still available for conventions. At last, I want my supporters to know that it has always been a pleasure to serve the sick. Thank you and good night.
As you can see in almost any video I've seen of her or pictures that are around the website, she's absolutely stunning, and not saying she's not in that video, but she looks like she has just been, God knows what, tormented. Wow, sorry guys. Who has threatened her life? Who is doing this? So she's saying, they're telling her if she's still open Monday, that the lives of her family and patients have been threatened, that they would kill them. And you can see she looks so happy and vibrant in all these pictures, obviously. But in that last video, it's almost frightening to see her, because she just looks broken, absolutely broken. I will take some questions, but again, she's very specific here. Let me read it to you. The lives of my children, my patients, and I were threatened if I remain open. And you heard what she said in the video. If she is open tomorrow, you know, that they were threatened, they'd kill them. I need to temporarily close for the safety of my children and my patients. This breaks my heart to do so. This time will also give me an opportunity to deal with the many issues coming from the government offices and agencies initiated from the complaints filed by certain medical societies. This all happened while she was receiving an award there for the entire nation for her scientific breakthroughs. She's a doctor, medical doctor, and a scientist, she says in the other video, which I had to listen to and try to translate. It's too long to play because much of it is not in English. From the complaints filed by a certain, okay, these resulted in the filing of several cases against me, raids on my property, and raids on my clinic, as well as a prohibition now for me to manufacture, she can't manufacture health products. I'm also unable to currently administer and distribute them to my patients. My license to practice medicine could be revoked if I continue my service to my patients right now, some of whom are already contacting me and say that she has put them into remission from cancer and so much more. I cannot provide Boston C or any of my inventions to any patients until these government issues are resolved. To do so could end my career and she is a medical doctor. I'm cooperating with the government officials and agencies and resorting to all remedies available to me under the law to remedy this. I deeply apologize for inconvenience. It is my sincerest hope that we can reopen at the soonest possible time. But then again, she is crying and saying that they have threatened her, and if anything happens to her, you know, that she loves everyone. You can see the pictures of the clinic there. And again, someone said earlier, what if it's not a holistic? Yes, it's a natural medical center. She is a holistic medical doctor with over 2.9 million likes, over 3 million followers, and known worldwide. So this is just absolutely tragic. I will take a few questions. I have to get sleep because I get up early. So I apologize if I'm shaky or just upset in general. I can't even probably get through all the questions. Please like and if you might not like it, but please don't give any angry faces. It can get us shut down, but just like, and please share this story so we can get it out to everyone. I don't know that the videos, her whole page with 3 million plus people. Well, if you count actually 5 million, though some of those are probably overlapping. She is known the world round. She has way more followers, likes than, well, me, of course, and even twice it looks like is Dr. Mercola. She's very, very well known, especially in Asia. Stephanie says the raids are just so big pharma can steal her medical inventions, the FDA. And yeah, remember guys, somebody said, well, there's no FDA. Yes, there is. It's called the Food and Drug Administration of the Philippines. It's just the same thing, just different, you know, they're all the same. So FDA, Philippines, Food and Drug Administration, same thing. They have ties to our own. Sorry, let me go back to her page. So, yeah, it's just truly, truly tragic. And I mean, I can't even make this up. It's just absolutely Horrible. So thank you for sharing, guys. Please share. You know, and if you're new to this page, just, you know, just follow us so you can keep up on the story. Teresa says, this is so scary. It's the first time I've heard of her. I'm now following her on Facebook. I pray for her safety, and I'm sending her love and light right now. Yeah, it is so unfair for someone like this. Oh, low network connection. They're going to do, wow. Okay, guys, I've been on all day. They're going to try to shut me down, as you can see. They already wouldn't let the video play like 10 times. Before I try to play it so much. Alejandro says she's under duress. Alejandro, in that last video where she's reading or whatever, it looks like she's reading from the paper. Let's refresh. Something doesn't seem right to me. I mean, besides that she's stressed out and they threatened to murder her family and her patients, but she just looks really broken. She's under serious duress, but I don't know if they told her she has to read it or what's going on, but I don't know. I mean, it's really frightening.
It is with deepest.
So yeah, I mean, it's just very, very upsetting. Big Brother Pharma and the AMA, says Harold. Well, it wouldn't be AMA because she's in the Philippines. Again, this is the FDA Philippines. So Natalie says, where's the location? It is Philippines. Elizabeth says, tagging friends, sorry for her family and her patients. How can we help? Sophia, I would say right now, just if you can share, let's see, if you can just share, I don't even know what this one has, 500,000 views. I want to see this one. Okay, that's the old one that we did.
Yeah.
See, so she's much better. Oh, sorry, guys. Facebook is just really acting up today. She's much better the day before in the video where she's, 24 hours before that other video, she looks pretty good. But in the other video, she just looks like a broken woman. It's so sad. The FDA doesn't have lawful jurisdiction even in the United States. It's all fraud and treason to the people, says Joel. Yes, thank you, says Mike. Any ideas what her national award was for? Yes, Bentley, if you go back and watch the video from the beginning, you will see that she does read the award that she received for the entire nation of her scientific breakthroughs. It explains the award in detail, which she does say in English, and then she may say in her native tongue. Her name is Dr. Farrah Agustin-Bunch, by the way. I've heard of her, but I'm in absolute shock right now. Share, says Melina. Please, guys, please share. Sela says, I'm fighting the last stage of liver cancer. Oh no, leave her alone. Sela, I'm so sorry. And we are thinking of you and hoping that you will successfully fight that your cancer and that you will win the battle. And we are thinking and praying for you. Harold says, why angry faces get you shut down? Harold, maybe you're a newcomer and somebody can fill Harold in. I'm just not up to it tonight. Malcolm says this is typical in the Philippines. So yeah, this is really shocking. To me though, the fact that she looks less than 12 hours before, she looks great, happy, and the other video she looks completely broken, distraught, destroyed, and says that they have said she better be closed tomorrow. If she stays open, that they would kill her family and her patients. Her family and her patients. She says it in the video, guys. PTSD savant, Dexter time, maybe, don't know, says Gail. Doctor and mayors are murderers, murder there every few months. This is true. That's why you probably see me with my voice breaking because, Mercola has offices over there. All my people are in the United States, which are like three of us trying to run a website with millions of people for us. But we know from experience in the Philippines, it can be very frightening. Bless her heart and family. God get the victory over this in Jesus' name. I should say that, yes, her children and her patients' lives were threatened. If she remains open, they'll be killed. So she has to shut down. Yes, thank you, Mindy, for explaining to Harold. I'll be there in November, says Malcolm. Not sure if that means when I'm going to be speaking or what you mean. Oh, maybe you'll be in the Philippines. Okay, we need to wake up en masse, says Al. That is so true. It's all global for purposeful control, says Joel. And people, I'm an herbalist and keep quiet with what I know because of this, says Selah. I don't blame you. Wake up America, says Shannon. Hello from Alaska, says Nita. Prayers for safety. I won't be able to read everyone. Hey, Michelle in Austin. What's the latest count of the murdered of natural cure doctors and researchers? I think it was almost at 80, says Suzanne Fitzgerald, the last time I heard. Suzanne, we're at about 95 now. I may have another one to add because, sorry guys, I just have to reposition myself at this late hour. I was on my way to bed in my PJs. But let me just say this. Suzanne, we're at 95, and the Queen Elizabeth, I haven't even gotten to do a video that Queen Elizabeth's famous holistic medical doctor, or doctor, I don't know what they call them in the UK, what the equivalent is. She describes herself as an MD on the website, but anyway, and as a scientist. But anyway, I'm trying to get this fuzz off the phone without you accidentally stopping the broadcast, but it's not working. So there, okay, got it. We're at 95. The latest was Queen Elizabeth's doctor of 15 plus years was riding his bicycle to the holistic famous integrative clinic of London when he was run down by a truck. So you can't make that up. I haven't even done a video on that yet. I can't find her book online to buy anywhere, says Lilybell. Lilybell, you do remind me of something that I want to try the website and see if that works. Let's see if her site is still up. Anything could happen at any moment, which is why I want to get this video out and hope I don't get shut down. They're shutting down a lot of Facebook pages, health pages, as you might have heard. So here is her website. You never know what it's going to be like over there, what kind of site she has. Oh, look, it may be down already. Hard to say. Let's let it spin and see if it comes up. Looks like her site is already gone, guys. I would tell you all about maybe where her book is on her website, Dr. Farrah Cancer Center. Again, her site is Dr. Farrah Cancer Center. Well, no. Okay, here we go. To access, oh wait, no. You must agree. Okay, it's up. Wow, that only took 5 minutes to come up. So this shows a picture. You can see it appears they even use solar energy there. There you can see Dr. Farrah, Agustin-Bunch. I'm telling you, this woman is very well known, guys. Comprehensive listing of the Philippine medicinal plants. It has her address there in the Philippines, and just some pictures there of the clinic. And it looks like they even grow some of their medicinal plants right there on the property from what I was reading earlier. Yeah, this is just absolutely tragic, and you can see the beautiful clinic there in the Philippines. So, so I gave you guys the name. What can we do to help? So Mike in Los Angeles or anywhere right now, I would just share the story, let people know about this going on. We have, why I think I'm brought to tears, besides the fact that we lose so many doctors, is that in the Philippines, they don't mess around, guys. They don't mess around. When Dr. Mercola went with his team recently, not too long ago, because they have offices there, I declined because I was just, honestly, I get a little bit fearful, although I travel all over. I've traveled some scary places, but yeah, they almost had a plane crash when they were there. A bunch of holistic doctors would have all died. I will pray for her and her family. God bless you, Dr. Farrah, and God bless Erin. Thank you so much, Merle. And yes, it really is frightening. Susan says, everyone share this so everyone will know the truth. Pray for this beautiful doctor. Since we have so many gone already, it frightens me when you hear a doctor, literally for those who have tuned in late, that's someone who's in tears at her beautiful clinic, and she looks pretty good the day before. I mean, she kind of looks like that in the video the day before, super happy and smiling, and then just completely broken, crying and saying, if anything happens to me, basically, if I end up, gone, dead, because they've threatened her life, her children's life, her children threatened to kill her children, family, and patients. So she has to close the doors for their safety. She has over 3 million. You can look up Dr. Farrah, Agustin-Bunch, Natural Medical Center. It's facebook.com, facebook.com/Dr. Farrah Bunch. So we're just going to call her Dr. Farrah Bunch from here on. And I was calling her Dr. Bunch, which is what I've referred to her. This is evil, says Mike. Should we follow her page for support? Yes, Arlie. So what else can we do? Besides sharing this story to let people know this shit is real, for lack of better words. Sorry, guys. Also, I would like her page for support, and I may try to contact her. I don't know. I mean, we don't really know. It sounds like her life and maybe family's life is in peril right now. Why does the FDA regulate doctors of the Philippines? Carolyn, as I was explaining, it's okay. A lot of people don't know. The FDA has their own Food and Drug Administration of the Philippines. As you can see, the FDA with almost the same duties as the corrupt and disgusting FDA here, and we call the Food and Thug Administration of the United States of America, the land of the free, which it really is a crock nowadays that we are the land of the free anymore, because it's just tragic. So yeah, I don't like that fact that she's, you know, looks so happy in all the pictures and vibrant and big smiles on her face. And even the day before, she seems, you know, she seems happy and saying, we're going to fight and stay open. But less hours later, she looks like a different person, you know, under severe duress here. Broke. I almost didn't recognize her because I thought they chopped her hair off, but I think it's just pulled back. It's not good, guys. It's not good. It's so messed up. This happens all over the place, says Tay. It just isn't the USA that deals with this. And then, yeah, the national award is definitely listed on the site. I'm going to go through the comments, even though I know we have a lot and I missed a lot, but I just really want you guys to know who this is, to share the story. She's on video saying that they've threatened her life. That's a good name for it, says Joel. Thank you, Anna, for linking her page. Welcome, Tara. Hedge of protection for all of them in the name of Jesus, says Rita. Hernandez. Shared, says Jessica. I call them the Food and Death Administration, says Brooke. So yeah, F you, Big Pharma, says Melinda. Ain't trying to shut you, girl. How else can I communicate? I don't know what that means. Okay, Jenny says, Erin, thank you for all your great work. At least she got a warning, more than the other 94, says Helen. Helen Wood makes a good point. She did get a warning. And the other doctors, I will say this, with some of our doctors on the list, you guys, I will say that let me go back here. There were ones who had said that they had, you know, before they ended up dead. I mean, there's Paige Adams and others who wrote on my page, if something happens to me, it's not an accident, you know, investigate. Others that like Dr. famous Nick Gonzalez, who was also equally as famous, I would say, maybe not as famous as Dr. Bunch, but he was in Manhattan, New York City, Manhattan doctor to the stars, and said, you know, basically, he may get hit by a bus because of Big Pharma, basically saying that Big Pharma wanted him dead. I mean, and that doesn't mean it was Big Pharma who killed him, but, you know, that's basically what he was saying. So I think I read that once. I call him the Food and Thug Administration or Death Administration. So she has come up with a cure, says Andres. Food that is drugged administration, says Steve. Can you play it again for the people who just joined, said Ram. How about I go through and then I will in just a minute, Ram. Gail says, I'll know you see this later. Julie says, she said she turned down Big Pharma payoffs multiple times. She's been turned into authorities for malpractice and not being a licensed doctor. This has been escalating for a while if you read the earlier post, says Julie. And I didn't go through all of them because I have to get up early, and we will go through some of them together. Alana says, especially if the doctor is treating patients with Lyme disease, they get threatened all the time. Hard for us Lymies. And literally, she was winning an award for the entire nation. I mean, obviously, it's a smaller nation than the U.S. in the Philippines when they first had come to her office. And, you know, she looks pretty bright-eyed, you know, in the videos just the day before. We'll read some other ones. She says, we'll go live to update you on the FDA terror tactics. Today was a sad day in the Philippines. While I was in Manila receiving an award for scientific and medical breakthroughs and philanthropic community service, the FDA goons showed up at my facility with an army of CDIG, PNP, and machine guns to raid my clinic. Again, they brought news cameras again. The FDA ignored our legal response, due process, and illegally attempted to close my clinic. Sorry, folks, you don't have the jurisdiction to close my clinic or ignore the laws of the Philippines. It doesn't matter how powerful you think you are. We have laws, and which they do. They have laws. In a crazy coincidence, I applied yesterday with the Office of the President for the job of the FDA or DOH secretary, since I am tired of both organizations failing to promote health to our Philippine citizens. Are we really getting the leadership in DOH or FDA here in the Philippines that we deserve? So you can see, you guys can read all about it on our page, which I link right on this story on my website, which I'll link up here. I'm not intimidated by these terrorist tactics. You goons pick the worst doctor to fight because I will not back down. I sure do get a lot of attention for a little clinic out in the countryside of Tarlac. The only way for you hooligans to close me and make me stop helping my patients is to kill me, she says. My patients are worth dying for. Oh boy, my patients are worth dying for. Oh, she says it twice. No, my principles are worth dying for. My patients are worth dying for. The FDA appears to be under the strong influence of multinational pharmaceutical drug cartels and the big medicine societies here. Effective means of natural medicine, I hope I don't get shut down, that aren't controlled by the pharmaceutical drug cartels is very bad for business. This is truly David versus Goliath. She's a good writer too, by the way. So yeah, you can see where they're outside her door there and see what's going on. And she talks about it in the video that I played, and we talk about it in the story. I can't cover it all in the video. And then you can literally see her there, you know, back when she says, it's amazing to share the power of natural medicine with these 6 wonderful medical doctors and da-da-da-da-da. So yeah, even the day before, after all this has happened, she looks very happy. She's talking. She looks, you know, upbeat and good. But then the day of, here she just really as she reads this letter about the lives of her children and her patients being threatened, and then begins to cry as she continues saying, if anything happens to her, you know, just how sorry she is, as she begins to cry. But she says that she hopes that she continue to work again, but if she doesn't shut down, that the lives of her children, her little children, and her patients have been threatened, that they would kill them. So much for freedom, says Jacob, right? Hey, Jenny, hi, Jenny, says Shell. Oh, good. People are saying hi to each other. I love that when you guys are maybe near each other in other countries or cities. Tanya says, maybe giving knowledge to all people will stop this. If everyone knows, then they can't do anything because they can't kill everyone. Tanya, that's why I do the stories. Debbie says, Erin, is there a chart of the doctors with the dates and times that these things happen? Debbie, not only is there a chart, I've spent the last 3 years of my life, and too much, really, honestly, of it needing to take a break. With 95, you can read all of them here. Not only can you see the videos, not only is there a timeline, but as you'll see, you can go from 1 to all the way down to the 90s, and you can read links that I've done stories on in each and every doctor. We're just about to add another 10 because, as sad as this might seem, it's hard to add just a couple. We need another 10 to add another row. And when my graphic artist, you know, I mean, not a graphic artist, you just kind of help the IT guy put this together. I said, you know, he said, well, I said, you're going to have to add to it. Probably. And he said, well, do you think there'll be more? I thought, oh gosh, I wish I weren't so cynical, but yeah. And there were, but it has slowed down. But when you see things like this from this doctor, it's very scary. Hey, Cheryl. Thank you. Cheryl says, stay safe. She will have the same issue, says Andres. And Jenny says, I'm a Graves by marriage. Oh, wow. We have people with the same last names. Arlie says, would it be better that she were brought over, and would Big Pharma do worse to her here? She needs to escape, says Arlie. Aaron Gale, USAF, no stuff, says Gail. Brooke says, thank you, Aaron, what you do. Jenny says, my husband, okay, so I won't read the questions between the Graves talking to each other. We may have a family reunion on here, which is wonderful. Holly Ann says, Mandy, Melissa is tagging people. Thank you. Tag your friends. Share. Tag people if you feel more comfortable. Deb says, I'm glad she was warned. So many have died. Prayers for her and her family's safety. When she is safe, I pray that whoever is doing this is found and prosecuted. And I wish for worse, but there is God. That is for God to do. Yeah. Yes, says Gail. Jim says, I bet some of them had warnings, but didn't take them seriously. So I can't read all of these. You're welcome, Johanna. Glad to share. They're taking you down, says Suzanne. Oh, it doesn't surprise me. Melinda says, what kind of future do our children have? All the money that goes to cure cancer, and they'll never let it happen. And we know they have it, says Melinda Dale. I'm sick for this poor woman and her family, says Jay. You know, the other thing, guys, why I did this, and I asked for no money, but why I signed a contract, you know, as an executive producer of a television movie that we would make, or a TV series on these doctors' deaths, and for people like Dr. Bunch, is because, you know, I could do a docuseries, but obviously you have to have a lot of upfront money and then charge people, offer people to buy it online. I want them to be able to see it for free on TV or online, and that's why we're doing the film, because it's going to be done with or without me, and that's why that's happening in just a recent advancement, if that's the right word at this late hour. Makes you wonder how many had warnings but didn't take them serious, says Nikki. Let's see. It's terrifying, says Jenny. Like and share, please, says Mel. Thank you, Mel. I really would appreciate if those would like and share. That's all we ask tonight. Hey, Matt, welcome. Thank you, Holly. Hey, Malika. Hey, Gail. Hey, Sharon. Just so sad for her and her patients. We've got to stand up to the pharmacy companies. They want to keep us sick. Prayer and angels to protect her and her family, says Sharon. Share, share, share. Everyone, says Tay. They may try to remove these videos soon enough. That's for sure. Knowing and sharing isn't enough, says Anetka. People knew Nazis were exterminating Jews, Poles, Ukrainians, but until the United States was attacked and got involved, Germany was very likely would have accomplished their mission of taking over Europe. How are we civilized? How are we civilians to get represented and have our voices heard to make the change? You're right, Annette, that's a great question because very well stated. And that's why I say for now we can share. And that's why we're doing a film on it because the news won't cover it. So what other way can I do except to get it on national or national TV where anybody, because most of the people who are the ones who are the sheep, I'm sad to say, are the ones who tend to watch the most TV and not listen to anything about alternative medicine. And maybe if they see this, their eyes will be opened. That's why we're doing the show. What is their name of her Facebook page, says Johanna. Sorry, guys, super tired, but I had to do this video. It's a mouthful, but it's Dr. Farrah Agustin-Bunch Natural Medical Center. She has over 3 million people, followers, and she's got even the check mark I don't have, where like Facebook verifies. It's kind of hard to get those check marks, but she's got one. I thought most of us, this just happened in the good old USA where freedom don't ring, says Paul. Let's see. Thanks for sharing, Jeanette. I hope you don't get shut down, but I did sub for email alerts at healthnutnews.com/join, says Ram. Thank you. I don't have a dehydrator yet. Okay, Ram, yes, we are giving one away, but it's hard to talk about that during this. But yeah, guys, definitely, whether you want to win something or not, just get on the newsletter in case we disappear. There have been over 400 health pages that have disappeared, and we have doctors disappearing. There are still doctors missing. So go to healthnutnews.com/join. Paul, for real, says Melinda. We're not really free. Jaw-dropping, says Suzanne. I'm glad she got to speak and we're not reading her obituary. How brave of her to speak up. I'm praying for her and her family's safety. Medical mafia needs to be exposed. When I first saw the page, I was hoping that the video that she did, that where she's all happy and everything. I was hoping this one where she's happy and her hair's down and she's showing her awards and what the FDA sent. That was after this one, but this is the most recent of her. She's literally wiping the tears off her face as she has had her life and her family's and her patients' life threatened and her children, and is scared for her life, basically. And her can't have a clinic and, et cetera. This is so sad, bad. We need to fight hard for for the rights to take care of our own health and making sure all options are available for all of us. Yeah, guys, it's really frightening stuff here. I mean, seriously. And I really would, this isn't even shocking enough, honestly, because it's a world famous holistic doctor. She shuts her clinic after death threats to her family and her patients, which it should read. Let's see, Sheridan, Australia. Thank you, Melinda. Let's see, I was stationed at the Academy, says Gail. Tanya says, I think she needs asylum. I've given the name. Hopefully you guys got that now. And it definitely, we'll put the link up of the article afterwards. Jim says, I hate to say it, but maybe you need to start a second one so the photos don't get too small. What do you mean, Jim? Oh, for the doctors. Yeah, right. I know. I got you. Dan Cleveland, this, says Yvonne. If only people would wise up and quit taking big pharma meds that only make you sicker and big pharma richer and more powerful, says Patricia. All right, that's a long one, but I can do part of it. Please just like and share and no sad faces because it will affect the video, says Lena. Catherine says, so awful. That's what you get when you really try to help people. Yeah, I wish I could read them all, guys. Yes, so Tay, it may be a Netflix, HBO, we're not sure. Probably some kind of channel or network that doesn't have commercials, right? Full disclosure, light has won over dark and the deep state is lost and it's in death throes with these actions, says Marjorie. People are tagging their friends. I appreciate that. No, it's not safe here. So many holistic doctors have died, says Jenny. Nothing more scary than this. Absolutely nothing. Seriously, so much greed, says Dorothy Allen. Shared, Erin. Thank you. Thank you, Dorothy. Shared, everybody. Hey, Eric, Shirley, Johanna. Joseph, thanks, Brooke, Catherine, Tay, I hope I'm saying your name right. You won't hear this on MSM, says Marcy. Right? Right, Marcy? Marcy, you nailed it. Marcy Kerr, did you get it right? You aren't going to hear this on mainstream media. This isn't going to be on the front of, wow, this woman says they're going to kill her children, and her patients, and she has to shut the clinic. They've had their lives threatened, and if she reopens tomorrow, they could all be dead. And this beautiful, young, amazing, accomplished doctor who has won awards and was even going to be like almost the equivalent to like Secretary of State there, or applied to do so, and they're shutting her down. Yeah, you won't see that on mainstream. Oeb says, rest in peace, Dr. Sabi. He's on that picture, and yes, may he rest in peace. He was an extraordinary man, went up against the New York State Supreme Court and won. Who goes up against the Supreme Court and wins? Dr. Sabi, that's who, because they said he can't cure AIDS. He can't run ads like in the New York Times or the paper saying that. And he showed with dozens and dozens and dozens and hundreds of patients that he had. He had cured way more than that. Everyone needs to see stories like this, says Joseph. Be willing to go live yourself. No one will judge you. They'll thank you and pray for you. Brooke says, Hola Hawks lies. What are you talking about? I don't know if that's something came up wrong. Yep, I've said her name a few times there, guys. I'm going to try to go. Thank you. Alicia's given the name, Dr. Farrah, Agustin-Bunch. I applaud you in your efforts, Erin, says Anetka. Thank you. As long as we stay sick, they stay rich, says Steve. Alternative medicine, Christ, F big pharma, says Carrie. You're right, Jay. Thank you. Mass meditation and prayers increase the light, and our spiritual efforts are amplified 1,000-fold. Most powerful action we can take, says Marjorie. Kind of hard not to have sickness with everything is poison and toxic. Even our air, says Tay. I know. Thank you, Melissa, for sharing Connecticut. Hey, Ram. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Judy. Right, she says, sad faces crying, it's supposed to represent. I think the sad faces are better than angry. Soft eugenics, says Alicia. Janelle says, that's right, don't take the meds. Girl, let's talk, says Gail. And Michelle says, hi. Kim says, pharma must really be feeling the pressure to be going to this extent. Yeah, good point, Kim, right? The doctor is in the Philippines, Carol, outside of Manila. So she is not in the U.S., but she has said publicly on video, which we now have recorded, and I should make a backup copy, that she has had her life threatened in the lives of her children and her patients and her own. They're using informatics against us, Erin. Please PM me. Janelle, so we probably are going to have 2,000 comments on here, and then it's hard for me to go back and to remember that afterwards, as you might imagine. Try to imagine in my shoes, or no shoes, as the case maybe at this time of night. So if you could write me, please, at healthnutnews.com/contact. And I have a full-time 40-hour-a-week assistant, Michelle, who can get back to you right away and figure out, she helps me keep up with emails and talking with people. Kim says, keep sharing, keep planting those seeds and praying for all that. She's the only one who sees the email besides me, by the way. For all the doctors and advocates across the country, pray. Hey, Heather. Hey, Alicia. Jim, hey, Ann. And Ann says, stop the angry faces. Originally, she was from Victoria, Philippines. Thank you, Adele. Approximately how many holistic physicians are missing, presumed dead? Janice, we have 95 dead and 1 still missing. Hopefully, he's found alive. Sick of this mess, Suzanne. Love you, Erin. Thank you for always keeping us posted, and you and your hubby stay safe as well. Praying for you all. Thank you, Holly Williams. Thanks, beautiful. I appreciate that. Call Fox News and they will report the truth, says Brooke. Share in Australia, says Amber. This is so shocking. Shared. Thank you, guys. I shared your video, shared both of her other videos, and I shared her page. Totally not on mainstream, says Susanna. No surprise, right? And they don't listen or it's a troll, says Jay. All right, let me just get to the front of the questions here. It's so sad. I have to close my eyes because there's so many. I wish I could read them all. Video frozen, no surprise. Sorry, guys. Suzanne, they're killing them here too, says Melinda. I remember growing up always hearing about the Surgeon General on the news, says Obe, New York, or NY. Wendy says, I appreciate your bravery in getting these stories out to the world, Erin. Cannot let fear stop you. Thanks, guys. I know, and I can't let the late night stop me that I had to go on and do this video. Again, this Dr. Bunch has over 3 million Facebook followers. She's very well known. You can see other videos she's done here, and it's just so sad to see her in happier times looking, bright and beautiful. And then in this last tragic video, I think we have to click here. You can see 2.9 million likes, 3 million plus followers. And yeah, and that's probably like Manila or something, but the picture of her clinic was what I showed you afterwards. And then she just looks completely broken here. So sad. So sad. All right, guys. Well, I've got to get to sleep because I got to get up early tomorrow. She needs extra security around her despite closing, says Jessica. I would agree, definitely. And Tay says, backup copy for sure. They keep cutting you out, says Celia. No surprise, right? I'm having no difficulties, says Teresa. I'm too tired to say technological. In Jesus' mighty name, I cover us all, man, woman, and child, in the nations of the world, says Stina, and gives a prayer. Thank you, Stina. Those are always good, especially in the case of this doctor. Good coverage, says Janelle. Thanks. Alicia says Fox News has Pharma as one of their main advertisers. Yeah, they're not going to report the truth, honestly. Nobody, no. National news channels are. Jay says, I see you. And I was like, oh boy, what happened? It's late. I knew it was big. Good night, Erin. Thank you, says Jay. Thanks, Jay. What does holistic mean, says Josh Giordano. So Josh, and I did see Josh earlier, and I think I said you might be a newcomer, and that's okay. So Josh, holistic would mean like a natural alternative medicine. As you can see, she even shows at their clinic where they have a greenhouse with medicinal plants, kind of like in Chinese medicine, it would be like the acupuncture, ancient Chinese medicine, or I know this is not a great description at this hour, or in India, it may be Ayurvedic. In the United States, it may be holistic medical doctors or chiropractic, anything that has holistic and more of a natural approach. And it could be different depending on the country. God bless you, Erin. Thank you. Same to you, Kathy. And I love you guys. I think I better get going. Teresa says, night, Erin. Thanks for all you do. Thanks, guys. I love you. I got to get to sleep. Definitely, I will keep you up to date on what is happening as this continues. And yeah, it's just amazing that this doctor, again, with so many, 3 million plus followers. And as you can see, even several of my friends like and follow her. And this prominent doctor. Oh, did we ever see what happened with her site? Gosh, what happened with the site? Hold on. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot. Oh yeah, she's got it. She's got the stuff on here talking about so surgery, cancer surgery, biopsies, scientific fraud. Oh, so examples of big pharma fraud, government experiments on the citizens, medical education, how scientific is modern medicine. Oh wow, she's really hardcore. That's what is cancer, what causes cancer, the war on cancer, chronic inflammation. Wow. Talks about immunotherapy, talks about diet, and I don't know if she's for all these things, but yeah, you can read all about it on her site too, which is still up at this time, but she has had to close. And said tomorrow, Monday, if she were to still be open, then, what would hit the fan. Adele says, April, they're targeting holistic doctors, big pharma. There's a reason. That's what Adele is saying. Dasha, who's always so quiet but there and is a top fan, says, thank you, Dasha. Please be safe. This is so sad to hear, says Connie. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. She is cool, Jim. Good night, Erin. Thank you. Are we able to find the video to watch ourselves? Holly, I'm going to link the story in a moment that I wrote on the front of Health Nut News as soon as this video is done, and you'll be able to see it right on the front of it'll be right there, where I'm doing this video. We'll have a link to this story right here so you can read it right on the front page. So you can see the link, and in the link I have embedded her video, so hopefully that's still up. But the minute they take her page down, that video is gone. And there's the video. So you can read it right on the site. I will have the link to our website. I can put a link up to our article, whatever you would like. So why so against holistic clinics? Josh, because they say, some might say that these the powers that be are against holistic clinics because they are able to reverse or put illnesses or put people into remission from cancer, where when they use traditional methods, I don't even like the word traditional because that could mean Chinese, but conventional Western medicine, that oftentimes the patient dies. So and I've got the name. The name is all linked. You guys can watch that if you look on her page with the video I'll put up. So, and you can look on her site too for books and stuff like that.
Yep, Dr. Berg, Kathy's asking about a couple of holistic doctors if I follow them. Yes, I definitely do. And I'll look into it, says Josh. Josh, be sure to follow our page. You can learn about it daily here. Patricia says, cleanse your liver. A sick liver is the cause of so many illnesses. Quit emptying your pockets to big pharma. Do you realize their pills will make you sicker by creating other illnesses and even death, says Patricia Elena. Basically, if we promote prescription drugs, we're okay. If we try to promote a little better life through holistic living, we're considered a threat. That's right, April. You summed it up. Vaccines we use today aren't even good from what I've read. Josh, they have many adjuvants in them, especially we won't even get started on Gardasil and the flu shot. Love Dr. Bergman, says Marcy. Me too. Roger says, I will fight to the death for this since 1974. All right, you guys. And yeah, Sharon says allopathic versus, or allopathic medicine. I'm sorry. She says allopathic medicine or conventional. Thank you. Good terminology. It's all about money flow. Keep the people sick. Rita says, I posted and our minority team will be praying for the family. Thank you. All right, guys. I love you. Got to run. Erin Elizabeth, Health Nut News. I will have the article up. See you next time. And please pray and share. And we're thinking of this Dr. Bunch and of her family and of her patients, and that no harm comes to any of them since they have had their lives threatened. Thanks, guys. Good night.